Welcome to Coreum Concepts. I'm your host, Chris, reporting live from the beautiful Monashi Mountains in the fiery British Columbia, Canada. Going to do a live stream AMA, talk about some Coreum, some Pulsara, some Sologenic, some validator issues. Feel free to ask any questions, leave a comment. If you think you're getting some value here tonight, please hit that like and share button. Tell your friends and family to come on out. Learn a bit about some Coreum, some Sologenic, some tokenization issues, whatever else we get ourselves into here tonight. Sadly, in our beautiful province, it's fire season, and we are potentially going to lose, or on the verge of losing, a very special place in our country. Many tourists would probably be familiar with it, Jasper, Alberta, one of the most prominent places in the Rocky Mountains on the Alberta-British Columbia border. And sadly, it's been evacuated. We'll take a quick look at what's going on there.
Situation has been serious since the moment that first evacuation alert went out Monday evening. It turned into an evacuation order that night. And it seems we've reached a critical point in this battle against these wildfires now. You can see it's pretty smoky behind me here at the park gates, but we're going to swing the camera around here and have a look at the sky that I'm looking at the other way now. It is heavy smoke, dark skies over there. Part of that might be some thunderstorm clouds. Not really sure at this point here, but we have also been witnessing a bit of a mass exodus out of Jasper National Park here and out of Jasper. We are hearing from officials with Parks Canada and the municipality of Jasper that basically everyone who is not a firefighter or very specific emergency personnel is getting out of Jasper right now, or they have been over the last couple of hours here, and they're setting up in Hinton. Statement from Parks Canada Incident Commander Katie Ellsworth, as well as the municipality of Jasper Incident Commander Christine Nadon said that, everyone except for firefighters, a very specialized firefighters, are leaving town right now as the fire approaches, and there are strong gusting winds creating just unpredictable fire behavior near Jasper right now. They say that they are making one last ditch effort here, and that's a strategy that uses kind of natural features on the landscape, like the Athabasca River, as well as, asphalt and the highway, where specialists are trying to direct the fire towards those natural barriers to try and help do whatever they can to protect the town. And the statement just goes on to say this is a really tough decision, and they made this decision to limit the exposure of this risk to as few emergency personnel as they possibly can. Jeff, just a very serious situation here. We're waiting to hear an actual.
So thoughts and prayers to the many people in British Columbia affected by these fires, and especially in Jasper. It's a pretty tough place for people to leave, I'm sure. For those that haven't been there, it is probably one of the most magical places in Canada, for sure. So it's very sad to see. I've heard that there has been some facilities, structures that have been lost already, and it has officially reached the town limits here today. So hearts go out to them, and thanks to the many firefighters fighting these fires from around the world that have come here to assist on that. So I know in my backyard I have one. I don't think it's going to be a threat. It's probably the closest we've been to a fire here, though, just a few kilometers away, but the wind's generally in our favor. So just hoping there's no storms from the other direction. unexpectedly, and we should be fine. But yeah, many people in our neighboring valley are displaced also. All right, so we'll carry on with that. myweb3.me. All our links to social medias are there. Want to learn about staking, Coreum Community DAO, what we're building here. Going to have some open roles that we do have open roles that need some filling. If you want to roll up your sleeves and get into Web3, it's definitely some opportunities there. If you got some talent and creative ideas to donate some time, help build what we want to build here, more welcome to come. We'll be having a meeting here on Tuesday night in our Discord. You can see the official link there. Putting the podcast up on Spotify. You can hit those there. Omniflix.tv and Restake if you want to just link directly to staking on the Coreum Community DAO Validator. Okay, we'll take a look at the markets. I did not do a morning update this morning. Had some things going on here locally, just had to tend to, and some meetings that followed. So we will touch on that here today because we do have some pressure in the markets. Total crypto market cap here at the moment is down 2.94% and trending down for the last 4 days, and is currently at $2.252 trillion. Gold also trending down, broke below its moving averages and is trading at 23.74. Silver has also plummeted and at $27.87. The DXY at 104.21, and Bitcoin significant pullback, also down 2.29% here today and at 63,874. And XRP had a nice pump, but has pulled back to 60-cent level, trying to hold that, but still a fairly nice pennant, still riding those moving averages. So eyes on that. XRP is at an interesting point in the charts, so we'll see how that goes. Like the story goes, XRP is doing good, then the whole market tanks, right? Been down this road a few times over the last few years. All right, the XRP Bitcoin pair looking fairly similar there. Ethereum has pulled back significantly after just launching here, launch day, and it's pulling back hard as we speak. Oh, we might be witnessing a dump and live stream here. Yeah, down 5.84% currently, and at $3,144. Coreum is under pressure, also trying to hold these previous lows and trading at 8.688 cents. Sologenic's been holding on, some interesting pressure there, keeping it on the upward trend and trading at 10.5 cents. Omniflix is under pressure, 13.8 cents. Steal of a deal, in my opinion. And Atom also under pressure, $5.82. We'll be watching its previous local low at $5.05. And today the markets was no exception. I heard there was 1.1 trillion wiped off the stock markets today. Coinbase was down 4.88% at $245.06. Wonder5 pulled back a little bit, 3.95% and at 18.5 cents. And BVCI in the green, still at 5.45%. And for those following GameStop, $24.01, down just under 6% today. All right, heading over to Pulsara. Pulsara has Might as well talk about that first because it's certainly going to lead into what we're going to see next. Third distribution has been completed for the Sarah airdrop. That was airdrop number 3 of 4. One more to go, and that will come up in October to complete that distribution. All right, so let me know in the comments if your airdrop was received well. I have had one person say that they've had it not show up, and it should have, but I have them verifying your on-chain data before we bring that to light. I have not heard of any other issues. So if you've verified yours, give a thumbs up. If you're looking for it still, let us know. All right, heading over to Smart Stake Analytics. It's definitely some news on the, or no, sorry, we'll go back to Pulsara. Total liquidity provided 1.574 million. You can see the Sarah token is under significant pressure post airdrop and is trading at the lowest I've seen it at 0.0059, almost half a penny. So interesting price point for those that believe in long-term vision of this DAX. This is a community-owned DAX. So interesting. We'll see what happens with that in the days ahead. And everything else seems fairly stable. Otherwise, just general market price kind of pulling the overall price point down there. All right, we'll pop over to the comments. What's going on over here? Bibby, hello. Nuclei, welcome. Bibby's excited. We've got a Coreum meme contest coming up. That is right. We'll be talking about that here shortly for sure. And little tip that the creator group is coming up in Coreum Community DAO. Definitely be of interest to the creative types that want to participate in that contest. Marco's here. Welcome. Gert, glad you could join us. And Bibby's handing out NFTs. Nice to see. Sharing the love in the community. Beautiful. All right. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments either on X or YouTube. Either one is fine. We will head to Smart Stake Analytics. Total staked Coreum 346,708,648, representing 58.2% of the supply. 2.9 million tokens currently being undelegated, so over 2 million tokens have left the staking wallets, and there's 2.9 million currently being undelegated still. Currently getting staking APR of approximately 22.5%. Coreum Community DAO is in 18th position on voting power. It's been some moving and shaking here today. We'll talk about that here moving forward. Version 4 update has caused some chaos in the Coreum validators, it appears. Coreum Community DAO validator doing just fine, upgraded just as one would hope. Currently at 4.5 million tokens locked up, representing 1.37% of the voting power. 3% fees to help build and contribute to community initiatives. 290 unique delegates, nearing our all-time high, I believe. And we appreciate each and every one of you. Some exciting things are coming ahead with Coreum Community DAO token and its distribution, so stay tuned for that. Looking down the list, you can see there's definitely some tokens being moved around here today. Zen Lounge still in first in voting power at 38 million tokens, BitTrue at 36.3, 007 Coreum in third position at 26.2 million, Cosmos Station 24.5, Macy and Foster round out the fifth position at 18.1. Good friend Ali from Bruges is just about to enter the top 5 next himself. Congratulations on his powerful validator from the Middle East. So looking down the list of validators here, we should have 62. Coreum.services is increasing fees. And when we get down to the bottom of the list here, Houston, we have problem. Oh, no, they're coming back on. Or no, I am still, where are we? Yeah, so yeah, I'm showing all right now. That's why we're seeing them. You can see Keyrock's having issues and currently in a jailed and unbonding state. Omniflix in the same situation. Lunar Space, CAF LSI. All in trouble post V4 update here early this morning. Otherwise, the update went well, but it certainly had an effect on some of these validators. Reached out to the Lunar Space Camp for comment. I have not heard back yet here this evening. And also notified Omniflix of same. So hopefully get that sorted out. Just a reminder for people that have tokens on any of those validators, that would be a slash. That would penalize the delegated tokens on that validator by 5%. And just so you know, you can redelegate. You do not have to unbond and wait 7 days for unbonding to move your tokens to a different validator. If you are affected by those, you can just redelegate directly, and there's no penalty or missed rewards. So then we'll check the Coreum Explorer, see what's going on there. You can see we're 23.372 million blocks into this project. Block time post update still doing well, being that there is some validators down at 1.99 seconds. You can see 58 of 64 validators active. Total supply 596,148,813 Coreum. 25.28% APR. Inflation rate of 14.61. Current price gives you a $51 million market cap on this powerful technology and ecosystem. All right, so that's the update on the validator side of the V4 update. We'll touch on some of its features here shortly. We'll stop in real quick with map of zones, see if there's anything new. IBC volumes picked up a little bit since compared to the last few days. $173,310. As you can see, he's pulling that trend up a little bit. And no change in unique delegators since we last looked. All right, heading over to the MMRI, Manarito Market Risk Indicator. Hope you're following him on YouTube. You would see and understand what the current market and interest rate fiasco is all about. Here in Canada, our government has, or Bank of Canada has, for the second time in a row, reduced the interest rate by 25 basis points. Inflation's still pretty high. Wages are still pretty low. I don't imagine it's going to help that much. So it's interesting times in Canada. A lot of people struggling out there. Looking at the fear and greed index, it is set 68. Running sideways here for the last few days. A lot greedier than we were a month ago. But it's certainly cooling off from our local highs in that metric. Okay, Coreum official. It's got a developer workshop coming up here tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific time, live on X. And they're going to talk about the Coreum v4 update. Secret network is going to be there. So that'll be an interesting conversation for sure. Discover IBC hooks, dynamic NFTs, which I'm very interested to hear more about. And new features that are now live on mainnet. So tune into that. Sorry about that. You shut that off. Okay, as we discussed, the Coreum v4 update went live early this morning. And that's bringing some significant new features. I'm eager to hear the team speak about. Smart token extensions, dynamic smart NFTs, IBC hooks, and token clawback. Very important for institutional enterprise use. And dynamic smart NFTs, I think that's just going to be a game changer for everybody that's using that technology. So they'll be doing an update on that. We kind of went through this article previously, so I won't review that again here tonight, but the link is there if you're interested. What we will talk about here tonight, Sologenic put out an article today. Understanding the role of the central authorities and government bodies is crucial for adoption. See how different regions regulate tokenization and crypto below. Let's get a banner going. Maybe turn up the tunes a little bit. We'll dive into this article. Tokenization, a global regulatory perspective. Tokenizing real-world assets is transforming blockchain finance, offering new avenues for liquidity, fractional ownership, and efficiency. However, navigating the intricate regulatory landscape is essential for companies to ensure compliance and build trust with stakeholders. This article dives into how regulations shape tokenization globally and highlights the strategies companies like Sologenic adopt to align with these regulations. The European Union has a stringent regulatory framework for tokenization, including directives such as MiFID2, MIFIR, AMLD6, MiCA. Many of us are familiar with that one. Just went live in July. And the Basel III extension. These regulations emphasize strong customer identification, due diligence, anti-money laundering, and know your customer, KYC, to ensure financial security and transparency. Starting in January 2026, all crypto service providers will need to record the names of both the senders and recipients for every transaction, regardless of the amount. Additionally, self-hosted wallets containing over 1,000 euros will be subject to wallet ownership verification procedures for all transactions. In the US, Securities and Exchange Commission uses Howey test to classify tokens, impacting compliance and registration requirements. The recently passed Financial Innovation and Technology for the 21st Century Act establishes a regulatory framework for cryptocurrencies, delineating responsibilities between the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, or CFTC, and the SEC. This act underscores the importance of the understanding and adhering to securities laws for tokenization companies. Asia's regulatory landscape is diverse. Singapore's Payment Services Act regulates digital payment tokens, while Japan has specific guidelines for security token offerings, also known as STOs. Recently, Hong Kong initiated its crypto licensing regime for virtual asset trading platforms, allowing licensed exchanges to offer retail trading services. The Hong Kong Securities and Futures Commission has also broadened the investor range for crypto ETF engagement, reflecting its progressive and regulatory stance. The Middle East market, through its Financial Services Regulatory Authority, has been a pioneer in cryptocurrency regulation since 2018. Similarly, the Dubai International Financial Center, known for its tax-free status and 100% foreign ownership, has developed regulatory frameworks balancing risk with innovation. Recently, the DIFC expanded its recognized token list to include Ripple's XRP, joining Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin, showcasing its commitment to enhancing the digital assets law and fostering a thriving digital asset ecosystem. And all the good news that you hear about XRP, that one doesn't get the attention it deserves amongst all the hype out there. In LATAM, the regulatory landscape is evolving, with some countries taking proactive steps to regulate the crypto market, while others remain cautious. The region continues to observe global trends and adapt its regulatory measures accordingly, shaping a dynamic regulatory environment. The future of compliance, verifiable credentials, and decentralized identifiers. That is currently an amendment on the XRPL that needs passing. Here they speak to tokenization platforms, often collaborate with KYC providers to verify user identities, a critical step in meeting global regulatory requirements. This process typically involves users submitting passport information for verification, after which their wallets are whitelisted for tokenization services. However, this approach can be labor-intensive, pose security risks due to centralized data storage, and limit token interoperability. Verifiable credentials offer a promising solution for compliance, allowing users to prove their identity without directly revealing sensitive information. This enhances security and scalability while improving user experience. However, implementing the technology on a consumer level is still developing and faces challenges such as limited applications and regulatory confusion. What's Sologenic's role in navigating those regulatory challenges? Integrating tokenization into the global financial landscape involves navigating regulatory challenges and the technological hurdles. By collaborating with regulatory bodies and adopting advanced compliance solutions like verifiable credentials, Sologenic can drive significant growth in user adoption. Their commitment to aligning with global regulations and enhancing compliance strategies positions them as a leader in the tokenization space. And they've certainly had a tokenization platform sitting on the shelf for many years, a couple of years now at least, waiting to be used. Encourage you to check it out at sologenic.com if you have not. All right. So Bibby was alluding to this earlier. Coreum Insider says, may the best meme win. Insider launches Coreum meme competition. They plan to distribute Coreum to followers. They want memes that answer, what would you buy if Coreum 10x'd? Wrong answers only. Best response gets 1,000 Coreum tokens. Competition ends July 31st, so you have 1 week to simply make a meme and tag at Coreum Insider for a chance to win. So there you go. Get your creative juices flowing. And if you want to get involved with Coreum Community DAO community and the creative group that we're starting, get into our Discord ASAP while we get that set up. I was in a Jackal Town Hall earlier today. They had their V4 upgrade today also. It went well, but there's some front end work that they have to do to accommodate the changes. So they did warn if anybody's trying to interact with their apps at the moment, a little finicky. Maybe by this time it's fine. This was earlier this morning. But we'll maybe dive back at that later. We'll see. They did answer one of my questions that I've been waiting to ask for some time. We might dive back into that here soon. Heading over to Chainbroker, top projects with the largest staking ratio. You can see Coreum officials on the list is 69.2% amongst some good company there. All right, and yesterday Coreum put out a piece on the proof of stake consensus mechanism is the backbone of Coreum's decentralized architecture. With Fox Wallet, you can now stake Coreum directly with your favorite validator and participate in the consensus. It shows you how to get started there. We can take a look at that. But this was nice to see. Coreum Community DAO made an appearance. So that's pretty cool. If you want to learn more about staking your Coreum, you can certainly head to Coreum Community DAO Discord or any of our social medias, and it'll help you out. We'll check out how they recommend to do it here. I haven't looked at this, so let's see. What is Coreum staking? Coreum is a proof of stake blockchain, meaning the weight of the validators is determined by the amount of staking tokens bonded as collateral. These Coreum tokens can be self-delegated directly by the validator or delegated to the validator by our other Coreum holders. A validator's weight or voting power determines whether they're an active participant in the validator set. The active validator set is limited to an amount that changes over time. The role of the validators is to run a full node and participate in consensus by broadcasting votes that contain cryptographic signatures signed by the validator's private key. Validators commit new blocks in the blockchain and receive revenue in exchange for their work. Validators must also participate in governance by voting on proposals. Validators are weighted according to their total stake. Depositors earn rewards by depositing Coreum. Please note that each staked asset requires a few days to be unstaked, 7 to be exact. Besides, when you unstake Coreum, your rewards will be sent to your account automatically. Data index explanation. Total value locked is the total value of Coreum, including earnings at the previous snapshot. APR is annual return rate. voting power is a weight of a validator, which determines their eligibility as an active validator. And the commission is a fee deducted by validators from the block rewards before distribution to their delegators. All right, so there's all about staking Coreum. Marco did up a nice graphic about staking with Coreum Community DAO. From wallet to wealth, education and good information is critical in this space. I'd like to think at Coreum Community DAO, we provide a lot of that. I hope you check it out. As mentioned earlier, myweb3.me, Coreum Concepts, links in the bio. Or you can just check it out in your browser. There's the restake link and all the links for everything related to Coreum Concepts. Coreum Community DAO has one also. Certainly check it out that way. And before we wrap things up here, I came across this on the internet and it was certainly worth a chuckle. Doesn't matter what political stripe you are. If you're old enough to remember the good old Dukes of Hazzard, I hope you enjoy it. Let's check it
out. Just a good old boy, never meaning no harm. Beats all you never saw, been in trouble with the law since the day they was born. Straightening the curves, flattening the hills. Someday the mountain might get them, but the law never will. Making their way the only way they know how. That's just a little bit more than the law will allow. Just a good old boy, wouldn't change if they could. Fighting the system like a true modern day Robin Hood.
All right, Clay Travis from Rumble Rants. That's what made me smile on the internet today. CoreumCommunityDAO.com. You can head that way too, learn about what we're doing here. Here's our good friend Calf. There you go. I don't see any questions in the comments. They go wrap things up here today. Be back again in the morning for the market report. We'll check back in with the markets here maybe. Things were a little spicy when we first started. See how they're doing now. Hey, everything's cooling off a little bit. XRP still holding 60 cents. Bitcoin's recovered to 64. OmniFlix made it back to 14. It was interesting. I shared, I can't remember who, where it is now. I shared a post about the geyser in Yellowstone that blew off there. and somebody correlated the Earth venting, i.e., like a geyser like that, or an active volcano timing with market dumps. And I guess after today, that theory holds true. All right. Well, we'll take a quick break. If you have any questions or anything you want me to look into before we wrap it up, now's your chance while we take a look at this quick message from Coreum Community DAO.
Welcome to the thrilling world of
Ever wondered how blockchain technology can revolutionize industries? Welcome to Coreum Community DAO, a place where innovation meets community. In this video, we delve into the mission and vision of Coreum Community DAO and how it's driving the future of blockchain technology. Coreum Community DAO firmly believes in the potential of the Coreum blockchain to revolutionize industries and reshape the way we interact and transact. With its inherent transparency, security, and efficient network, Coreum has the capability to drive innovation, trust, and empower individuals and businesses worldwide. We are a decentralized autonomous organization, or DAO, focused on educating the community about Coreum. Through resources, spaces, podcasts, tutorials, and workshops, we empower individuals to contribute to the network's development and growth. At Coreum Community DAO, we specialize in providing validator staking services for the Coreum network and a relaying for the Coreum XRPL two-way bridge. Our round-the-clock monitoring service ensures the security and integrity of the Coreum blockchain by constantly overseeing transactions and detecting any anomalies in real time. We are committed to delivering resolutions and assistance for any issue. Our team's dedication is towards fostering a more inclusive, fair, and decentralized future. Join us at Coreum Community DAO as we work together to shape the future of blockchain technology and empower communities around the world. For more information, visit our website at coreumcommunitydao.com and follow us on social media. Join our Discord server to enjoy full free access to a hub of value, resources, and networking opportunities with the leaders in Web3. Empowering tomorrow, together today.
All right. I don't see any further questions. So we'll wrap things up here today. I'll be back in the morning for a morning update. See what these markets do overnight. And then Friday night, probably do a live stream again. Wrap up the week. Same time as tonight. Superledger podcast this Sunday, episode 35, I think we're at now. Wow, it's 35 weeks. It's been wild. It's town hall format. So everybody's welcome to come on up, discuss whatever you want, show whatever you want. Bring a friend, let them show whatever they want. Just a time that anybody in the community can get together. By community, I mean Web3. I don't care where you're from. We'll talk about Bitcoin. We'll talk about Bitcoin. Gert. Yeah, anything goes. It's just we want to dedicate one podcast a month for the community just to get together, talk about whatever issues are at hand. We just had V4 upgrade. So there'll be some new features that maybe we can inspire some creative things to be built with through these discussions. So yeah, a lot of value, just the same. Week after that, I believe we have XBot. Got a good chunk of August filled up already with some good guests. So yeah, you can check out the past episodes on Spotify. I'm getting them slowly, fully populated. I am getting the most recent ones up there and filling in the middle as I go along the week. play a little song on the way out. We haven't heard any Articulate in a while. Kind of miss him as co-host on the late night live stream. So in that note, we'll play out with some Articulate. We'll get back to the market here, get on something a little bit more relevant. Watch the old Bitcoin price as we wind this down here tonight. Appreciate everybody's support. If I left you some value here today, please give the video a like. Help the channel grow. Been enjoying the morning live broadcasts or the morning market broadcast, but it's a ghost town on the views. So we'll figure that out. We'll play with that for another week or so. See if we can turn that ship around. All right, we'll head out with some Articulate, the theme song, my theme song of 2024. Played this song New Year's Eve at the top of a mountain, or New Year's Day at the top of a mountain with my lovely lady. Right before he released this song. So very fitting to play it once in a while. It's a popular song in my house. So thanks again, guys. Peace and prosperity to all.
Articulates. Sure. Articulates. Yeah. Liberal. Studio. Drink. Check it. So many open doors. It's hard to ignore. Every year was my year, but this year I'm sure. They're on a virtual tour. Gal them a bubble to the floor. Every year was my year, but this year I'm sure. The storm is here, but it won't stay. Where there is a will, there must be a way. Me have to win, come what may. Class my hands every day, I pray. Nah, I can lose cause me not confused. Every time positivity me choose. So many open doors, it's hard to ignore. Every year was my year, but this year I'm sure. They're on a virtual tour. Gal them a bubble to the floor. Every year was my year, but this year I'm sure. Lyrics are pour from me heart. Tunes for you climb up the chart. Destiny create me part. Remain humble, don't exalt. Lockdown life rough. We can't do too much. Wait till COVID up. A big dance we a bus. Make sure you prepare yourself. Cause when the clock strike 12, things get dark, dark start back. You a go ball out hell. So many open doors, it's hard to ignore. Every year was my year, but this year I'm sure. They're on a virtual tour. Gal them a bubble to the floor. Every year was my year, but this year I'm sure.